Welcome to the Mother Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Angelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today.
Everything's better. Mother and daughter, oh, they're the greatest duo. Mother and daughter, oh, they're the greatest duo.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. It is illegal to make a false copyright claim, and such actions may lead to our party seeking compensation for losses. This video was created and published by the Mother Daughter-ish show in their personal capacity. The opinions expressed in this video are the creator's own and should not be taken as a definitive fact. The validity of any evidence provided should be independently consulted and researched and resource verified for authenticity. And the Mother Daughter-ish show takes no responsibility for the actions of those viewing this video.
Thank you so kindly.
Happy March the 20th, and this is our Sunday show. And today we're still talking about Taos, T-A-O-S, New Mexico. And we just want to talk about customer service as a whole. But before we get started, our March Women's History is going to be on Mae Jemison, and she was the first Black woman to go into outer space in 1992. You ever heard of her before?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, so it's really cool. I remember I was graduating from high school at that time, so I do remember when it happened. It was a big, huge world event. Like, they showed pictures of every single thing. I don't actually remember what happened after they got into space and what they did, and I don't remember any of that, but I just remember her going into outer space. What are some of the things that you've noticed about some of the customer service here?
I think they're just super friendly and just perky. I like their attitude. It's really good.
Yeah, I do too. And I love the, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but I like the slowness, that I'm not in a hurry. Everybody's just kind of laid back. It's like, I'm doing my thing. Just living life. I'm not in a hurry. I like that pace right there. I don't care for the hustle and bustle and the fast. Like, I just like the vibe that they have. Like, even with Gary yesterday, he was just kind of like, hey, this is what I do. I love what I'm doing. This doesn't feel like work. It just feels like I'm taking some friends out into the woods and showing them some great thing, teaching them some history. But one thing I noticed about the customer service, everybody was really super helpful. Like, one of the shops I went into was a museum, and she said, have y'all been over to the Gorge Rio Grande Bridge? And I was like, no. She said, oh, you got to go. She's like, before you leave, you have to go. And she gave me a map. I mean, all we were talking about was the artist that had created the art since 1964. And she was just like, do as much as you can, but if you want to go sightseeing, go do that. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And so when I told y'all, let's go and do it, she really convinced me that, yeah, you got to go see it. And it wasn't a bad idea, huh?
No,
It wasn't at all. So we're going to show you some pictures from some of the shop people that we met, some of the items that were in some of the crystal shops. And then we got another restaurant that we went to as well. But really the focus is on customer service, because customer service has changed in a long time. The other day I was on the phone calling to ask what the cost of a dual domain and hosting together would be with a particular company. And the guy answered the phone first yawning. He said the name of the company and he said his name, how may I help him? He was yawning. I ignored that and was like, okay, well, maybe he was a little tired. So I asked my question, what's going to be the cost for a domain and hosting together for 1 year? And he yawned about 6 times before. And I thought he was maybe looking for the answer, but he yawned about 6 times before he said, oh, okay, that's easy. I can help. And then he yawned 2 or 3 more. So I just said to him, I'm going to get off the phone and I'm going to call someone else who's gotten enough sleep and that can actually work today. And I'll just call them and ask them the question. He's like, no. I don't know why I'm yawning. Never mind. I'll get someone who's actually ready to work. Because I don't know, my attitude is when I'm ready to work, I don't really have time for all the other stuff. It's just like, do what you got to do and move on to the next point. But I've never known people to not understand they can work from home. And I know he was working from home. I could tell, I heard the dog barking in the back. How do you not understand that you have the pleasure of working from home, but a customer calls into, and this is a big company. This is not no little mom and pop. internet thing. This is a big company, and he was yawning so much as if I would have put the phone on mute before I would have let you heard me yawning. So that's crazy. What's your worst experience with customer service, whether in person, on the phone, on Zoom, whatever?
I think when people repeat my order and still get it wrong.
Do you say anything or do you
get
just say
my order
forget it?
wrong, period. Like, I don't understand the point of writing my order down if you're gonna get it wrong.
Do you say anything?
I do. I definitely do.
And let me tell you something, this child right here, she would do a review. What is it, Yahoo, Yelp, who?
All of them.
Google? She'll do all of the reviews because she just did a review the other night from a restaurant that I know I got food poisoning or some kind of sickness. Anyway, she went on and I didn't even know she had done the review to the next day. So all I'm saying for customer service is watch how you treat people and what you say to people and how you relate to people and how you act with people, because it leaves a nasty impression and they don't want to deal with you anymore. If you can't handle what they're asking you for, pass them to the person who can, but don't just, like you said, if you write my order down and you say, I want French fries, tacos, and Sprite, but you bring me back a Coke, some other kind of thing, and hush puppies, like, where did you go wrong?
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know, the worst thing is when they get the order wrong and you're in the drive-thru and you don't know that till you get home.
Oh, that's why I check myself right there.
I know, but when y'all were little and we used to eat out and I would get home, I remember one time they forgot the whole burger for Savon, the whole burger. And I was just like, how is this possible? Not like, how do you get the number 2 to number 3 to whatever, how do you get a whole burger wrong?
Fast food. Like, they just
Right, but who's the last person to check it though? Just like with this guy on the customer service thing, I would have been afraid to do all that yawning on the phone because you know they listen into those calls. You used to work in customer service, they listen to your calls.
Some
Yeah,
companies
I would be scared that they would be listening to my call and they would make me, I wouldn't be caring about the firing and all that stuff because whatever you do, you know, there's consequences. But my thing would be for you to hear me be so disrespectful on your company's time while you're paying me. And I know these people are working from home, and that I don't see how they don't see the blessing in being able to work from home. They don't have to get dressed and go anywhere and park and do all these other things. But I had never experienced that from that company, and I've been using them for probably 15 years. But that was very weird to me. But I have to tell you the customer service experience that I've seen here in Taos, New Mexico has been, in my opinion, excellent. If I had to go on a scale from 1 to 10, I would definitely say a 10. So when you come to Taos, New Mexico, bring the expectation that you're gonna get customer service that's gonna be excellent, because we've been all around up to Red River, up to Taos Mountain. We have not seen anybody who was rude, anyone who looked at us weird, or anybody who threw their nose up, or we haven't seen anything that was just kind of crazy. Everything was really great customer service. So one of the ladies that we met at the, we'll show you the name of her company. We went in there. I thought it was actually a thrift store, but it's actually not. She's got some really, really nice things in it. Peyton even said to her, we'll see you next year, which was so funny. But the name of her company, I'm gonna see if I can see, because at first I thought her company name was Michelle. And it wasn't Michelle. It was actually, what does that say?
Michelle's Beach is the Instagram name.
Oh, so her name is maybe Michelle then, huh?
I really don't.
But the name of this is saying what?
It's Michelle's.
Oh, it's just maybe spelled different or something?
No, it's in cursive.
Oh, I'm so used to not seeing cursive, but that's the name of the company in case you see her company. And we just liked her so much and thought her customer service was so excellent, because while they went upstairs to look at crop tops and all that, I stayed downstairs and we were talking about her new cameras that she just got installed. And I started telling her, you know, how to save the battery on her camera and how to do this. And she was just really a polite lady. So you can see her picture there. And I said, oh, we got to get a selfie. She said, oh, let me get my glasses. I said she looked like she was getting ready to go on to like a California beach or something like that. But she was really, really excellent. So if you come to Taos, New Mexico, make sure that you patronize Michelle's business. And it's right near the Taos Plaza, but on the street view, the main street view right there. So if you park and then walk to the street view and go down, you'll find her shop along with a lot of other shops. It's just that her shop was so excellent. She had so much gorgeous jewelry. I really wanted that one with the thick gold balls on it, but there's probably about 4 things in there I wanted. And then we did get a chance to go to the Guadalajara Grill. Now, would you say you liked the way the lady was explaining the meal to them? What about that you like?
This meal?
You said, I really like the way the lady is explaining to them about their meal.
Well, like
or something
like the
you
way that
said.
they have the menu, if you have questions about stuff, she's gonna explain it to you. Like I asked her
I told her I was torn between the enchiladas and the quesadillas, and she said it'd be easier to tell what you want because the quesadilla was like flour and the enchiladas was corn tortilla.
And that made you make your mind up right then, right?
Yeah.
And did you make a mistake? Let me tell you something. When they brought out her, and I haven't had a quesadilla in forever and a day, but when they brought her quesadilla, it looked like pancakes on top. I'm kind of funny about my
Well, you
pancakes
can
and
tell they
tortillas.
cook the tortillas in butter.
Right,
what
and I
it
don't
is.
like my stuff burnt. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that looks good. I have not had a quesadilla I don't even remember the last time I had one. I just know that you had one somewhere and you said it's not as good or something. And I was like, oh, that kind of turned me off because in my mind, I always thought quesadilla was just cheese and the tortilla, that's it. But then you talking about, do y'all have cilantro? Is it some onions and
I like
something?
my food to be
And is it
flavorful,
like,
yeah.
I didn't know that you could pack the tortilla with stuff unless you was at home. I'm talking about at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because I've only ever seen you with a tortilla, with a quesadilla that just had cheese and that's it. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. I don't think I've ever seen it with all the stuff in it. The other shop that they went, Peyton, do you remember the name of the crystal shop?
It was Touchstone Gallery.
Touchstone Gallery. Okay, so in there, we're gonna show you, make sure you X out of it. We're gonna show you some of the things. I took a few pictures. I didn't want to go in there and just take a whole lot of pictures of everything that they had. But as you can see, these were some very beautiful and some very unique pieces that were in there. Touchstone Gallery. Again, all of this that we're telling you about was in the Tao Plaza. So if you go there, now that right there, that took my heart right there. I really wanted both of them, not one, but both of them. I like the purple because purple to me seems very magical. I don't know why.
Before I exited, this is my quesadilla.
Ooh, look at
So
that.
you can
I
see
got
the
it right
cilantro
where the
and
cheese. I got it right there where the cheese. Is that a video or a picture? Okay, because I took a video of it too. But yeah, that's the Touchstone Gallery. And then let's go over to the restaurant. I just went ahead and got the shrimp and fries. It was just like eating at what's the place?
Long John.
Long
Silver.
John Silver. And I know when I was a kid, I used to eat at Long John Silver. So it wasn't bad. It didn't make me not like it or anything. But we were also in the square. One of the other pictures you just took, she took down, was a picture of Peyton sitting in front of this beautiful drawing that the castle looked like it had pearls on it, the way the architecture on it was. But I took a picture for you guys right there in the Tao Plaza and some of the statues as well. So you can see some of the statues in the plaza in the back. I like the plaza because the plaza had a little bit of history and it told you why it was called the plaza and why it was called after the name of the person that it was called after and all of that. So that's the plaza right there. It kind of, the plaza square reminds me, if you're from Texas and you've been to Austin and you've ever stopped in a little town called Wimberley, Texas, they have a Wimberley Square where they have the burger joint, some other food places, but the burger joint is the most popular one. And then they have the square where you can literally walk miles in 4 squares to shop. And I'm telling you, I've bought some of the most beautiful jewelry and just little things from that square. But there's a jewelry store there that I really love. And then there's a houseware store there. I absolutely love it. It has some of the most unique things there. And then that's us. Is that us again? Okay, that's us again in the shop with, I'm going to call her Michelle since you can exit that. Call her Michelle, since that's the name. Right, but it's just the call. It's not the thing. Then we, like I said, the lady in the shop said to me that we could go over. Oh, but I wanted to show you the I Love Tao stuff. Look at all of this uniqueness. Everywhere I saw I Love Tao. I almost bought a sticker, but it's too big. And I kind of want to put a bunch of little ones on my car, but that was good. But this painting behind the lady, I bought 2 stickers, 2 small stickers in her store. And she had this beautiful painting on the back of her wall. And I said, oh, can I take a picture of that? She said that somebody local had come in on this black, looked like linen. Somebody come in and painted that for her. And I thought that was, it looked like some chili peppers. I thought it was so beautiful. All right. And so the next few pictures that we're going to show you is we're going to show you some of the pictures from the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge, Rio Grande Bridge. So we'll share those photos with you. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're all right down there. So we're going to show you some photos from there. And we, of course, we can't show you all of them because we've got probably about 100 pictures between the 3 of us. And so I just wanted to show you some. And again, if you like sightseeing, go the way that was the Highway 65, which took you around the canyon instead of the straight road from the museum, I mean, from the Tau Plaza. Take the highway, because the lady told me that in the store. She said, if y'all just get on this road and just go straight, she said, or if you turn off on 65, it'll take you around the canyon and you can get some more sightseeing. But here are some of the pictures. It was unbelievable. I think we said to you yesterday, it doesn't matter how many pictures we take, it's not going to give it justice. I just, it don't even look real, right? And I've never been to the Grand Canyon in Las Vegas or anywhere, and I know they have that glass walkway. I've not done it, so I don't know how that looks in comparison to this, but I know this looks fake. It just did not look real at all. And I like on the bridge, some people put locks there. They did a little bit of writing on it. You see that one right there, it says Last Kiss. I'm like trying to figure out, how did they get to put that on there? But then I also wonder about the signs that we have in Houston that people put different things on, like how do they flip upside down and paint upside down? Like, it's so dangerous to do. I don't even understand how they do it. That was just some more pictures there from the Rio Grande. I was trying to get it to look as deep as it didn't work. You just can't get them without me thinking I was gonna, of course, drop my phone. I thought I was gonna drop my phone, so I didn't try to take any more pictures. That right there was just, I wanted to show the water because some of the water had ice in it and then some of it didn't. But that's Angie and Peyton on the, it's kind of like what they have, like a little veranda where you can kind of step out a little bit to get a picture. And then they had the sign there that had the explanation there. I don't think yes, I have heard of the Rio Grande, but I never knew it was that. I didn't know that. Next picture is me and Angie just looking over it, doesn't give it any justice or anything, but I do think that's a great background. And then that's just a little curve from it. I bet if we had a drone, the drone would really get some great pictures. But, those are some of the pictures from our today adventures. And again, I like when I travel, I like having great customer service experiences. That means from the gas station, the lady in the gas station we just went to, she was so nice. I said, do y'all have Chico sticks in here? And she was like, Chico stick. So I explained to her what the candy was. She said, no, but that sure sounds good. I said, oh man. I said, every time I go to a little, country type place, I always check because they always have the Chico sticks there. She said, let me write that down. I was like, because they're really, really good. I did say if you don't like peanut butter, you won't like a Chico stick, but she said, no, that sounds really good because of the crust that it has. But she was really, really nice to the point where I almost forgot to tell her, I was getting $30 worth of gas. Peyton's over here to the right dancing, guys. She don't want to dance on the camera. So I expect customer service to be good where I eat, where I'm spending any kind of money, stopping at the gas stations, meeting people, even if you have to ask questions about, if you're lost or something. That's what I always expect. And so I guess that's what I get because that's what I expect. I don't expect to be treated rude or nasty or anything. Whether I'm spending money with you or not, I just don't expect that. What's some of your opinions on customer service of like what you expect, what you like, what some of your experiences have been?
I would like for somebody like Guadalajara, where they gave us a good example or good, I guess, idea of what to get. Even at Orlando's, I told her what I was stuck on, and she told me what to get, the chimichanga. I wish she wasn't wrong. But perky attitude and people that take real close attention to details, stuff like that.
And it's so funny to me, the ones that treat you rude or treat you nasty, they still expect you to tip them like you're obligated to accept that. Now, one thing I've never done is rewarded bad behavior. I've never been that one. I'm never going to be rewarding bad behavior. So when it comes to tipping, I don't think that it's a you must do it as expected or whatever. I think it's according to the service that you give to me. And you don't have, it's not your fault the food might be not good, but it is your fault if you don't treat me well as a customer, if you're rude or if you're not attentive. Like, I've been to a restaurant and somebody with me asked, what's the difference in the taste in this one and that one? It's like, I don't know, I don't really eat here. I would have lied before I would have said, I don't know, I don't really eat at a place that I work at. Like, there's no way in the world that I would have been able to say something like that. But anything else on customer service? Peyton, you want to chime in on customer service experience since you've been in New Mexico over here on the camera?
Sure.
She said, sure. Because everybody's experience could be different. Again, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. So that's my experience since I've been here. What's your experience, Peyton, with the customer service that you've received here? And those ladies in the place that y'all bought the pieces from, they were really nice, especially when you start telling them about Shein. Yeah.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I would say like the customer service here is like really good. Everybody's nice. I love talking to people, and people love talking to me. So I don't know. I can't really say anything bad.
And-
Anywhere I go though, I normally get good customer service. Restaurants, Walmart, like the girl at Sid's that we went to, she was really nice.
Mhm.
But yeah, I can't say anything. And I look so good.
Every store you went in, everybody's like, "Oh my God, look at your eyelashes!" Or
Oh yeah,
I like the lady in Dollar Tree. She
they
said,
love our eyes.
"What the Dollar Tree say?" What the lady in Dollar Tree say? You beautiful.
Yeah, she was like,
She was like,
she pretty.
She purred. She
She
said,
pretty.
because
Wait,
you
was talking about me or me?
she's
That's
talking
what
about
she
you.
said.
And then when you
I was
passed
like,
by,
yeah,
she looked at you. She said, she party. She
I
party.
didn't even hear her say it. I thought she was talking to Angie. I was like,
That's just so funny though. I think that, but also it's like I think you get back what you give. So
yeah.
if you're giving a good attitude and you're nice to people, then they don't have no reason to treat you nasty. But if you go in there with a bring my stuff up or do this or fix my food, I mean, you're gonna get that back unless somebody just had a bad day and they just treat everybody like
yeah,
crap.
which happens.
Yeah,
but
which happens. But that's the end of our information that we wanted to share with you for our trip to Taos, New Mexico. Okay, girls, 10 out of 10.
10. Yeah.
10 out of 10. Okay. So we all agree 10 out of 10. So if you find yourself on this side of New Mexico, make sure you go to Red River. Make sure you go to Taos, New Mexico. And last question before we end,
Towski Valley for sure.
for sure.
Yes, Towski.
Yes, those guys were excellent tour hosts. And Gary in Red River was an excellent tour host.
Awesome.
So are we coming back to Taos next year or Red River, or are we going to Montana?
Red River. Montana can wait. I want to go to Red River.
So it sounds like 2023 is New Mexico again, and then sound like Montana's going to have to wait to 2024. I like to plan my stuff a year in advance and kind of know what I'm doing because it gives me a whole year to start discovering things that are happening and things that can happen. And then we'll explore to some other little areas because I'm sure there's other stuff other than Red River that we don't even know about.
Mhm.
So, but the next time we're going to stay down in that little village. It was so cute. If you saw the video yesterday, you saw some of those pictures, but that's our show today. We just wanted to talk to you a little bit about customer service, but then show you some of the friendly faces that we also met. And that's our show for today. Let them know what they need to do next, Angie. Oh, and thank you to all of our new subscribers.
Yes, we have 1,071 subscribers, so please keep liking, sharing, commenting, and turning your notifications on. And then keep commenting on our content as well.
Absolutely. And for all the comments that I got, that I answered a couple of them last night, they were saying how beautiful the pictures were. Shay Besties,
Mhm.
she said, oh my gosh, she loved the picture, keep them coming. So we do want to also show a lot of pictures. I know it takes a lot of time to go and look at the video. Some of them could be 45 minutes to an hour long, like the one yesterday, but looking at the pictures is so worth it because we know people want to travel, right? And if somebody can give them kind of like the thumbs up, yeah, you should go there. I think it's even better because I know when I travel, the first thing I do is go on YouTube and say, okay, what is Tulum, Mexico all about? What is this all about? How do you get to Bancalao? You know, like I go and I look on YouTube and then I want to see the visuals from people who are explaining their experience from the video. So I know if it's important to me, it's important to other people. But that's our show for today. We talked a little bit about customer service, showed you some photos from some great people we met, and then a little bonus and gave you an idea on what the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge looked like. So bye for now.
Bye.